a tweet comes into my timeline with the phrase, "Sorry, kid, baseball is for balding men," which, will, get my attention. There's video on it. A fellow named Chris Hassel, who is a play-by-play man for Watch Stadium, Facebook, and CBS Sportsnet. Winds up in my Twitter timeline. I'm like, all right, I'll buy it. I'll click on that video. And then I see this. Radio audience, it's that video of a ball being flipped to a young man in the front row of Wrigley Field. And he and his mom seemingly can't get it. And then an adult in a Cubs uniform just picks up the baseball like it is fair game and claps and hands it to a woman next to him, as if it's just fine that a young boy with a glove who was clearly meant the intended target for the ball can't collect it, and he doesn't even pay a single attention to it. And I'm livid. Father of three, I'm livid. So I tweet back. I retweet this video. I'm going to shame this man behind him. But first of all, as I tweet back, it's follically challenged. Secondly, this is bald-face theft, and any adult, regardless of hairline, should be embarrassed. And then moments later, the Cubs tweet out a video, and this made me feel good, a picture of the young man very happy holding two baseballs, including one in his right hand that's got an autograph of Javi Baez on it. The Cubs tweet this out. A Javi 23 Baez, at Javi 23 Baez signed ball should take care of it. Hashtag everybody in. And then that's the Cubs logo.
Where'd he get the second ball from?
That's a great question. I didn't even think of it. So I saw this, and I'm even more livid at that guy behind him, this beautiful-looking boy. So I retweet that, say, please tell me someone in this family turned around and said, suck it, back row.
Nice.
Fritz loved that one.
I bet.
Despite him being in the back row, which is frequently told to suck it. On the Dan Patrick Show that precedes this one every day on Audience. So I see that, and I go about my day. Then I visit Twitter, and I noticed that tweet that I sent out going crazy, as did many others, until it reached such a viral nature. There's a fella named Chuck Mykoff at CMYCOFF2 who said he was sitting in the row with the gentleman, the so-called balding man, or follically challenged, as I like to say, had already helped the kid get the ball. He gave two more away to kids also. He was a great guy. TV got this all wrong. TV didn't get it wrong. TV just showed the guy. All of us on Twitter got it wrong.
The mob, man.
Yeah.
So that's the second ball that the kid was holding. It was a baseball that he had already gotten because the guy behind him helped him get it. And that's not all. This fella, Chuck Mykoff, was tweeting his head off saying that he was sitting next to the boy, and the same fan helped him snag a ball a few minutes before this. The other ball the kid was holding was the same one the guy caught and gave him before this. I was sitting next to him. And then he said that the ball that he did, in fact, take that we saw on the video, and he did hand it to a woman, it was his wife. She took a picture of it, and they gave that ball to a kid next to them. This guy was great. This story is bad. Is what he's tweeting out. David Kaplan, who covers the Cubs, I believe, for NBC Sports Network in Chicago. I spoke with people from the Cubs. The man who grabbed the ball on the widely seen video had actually already helped the little boy get a ball earlier. The young man has a game-used ball and a Javi Baez ball. All is well. Guy is A-OK, so let it go, people. I retweeted all of that because I was part of seeing a video and not even thinking for 2 seconds that there might be another backstory. And there are still some people saying, still, that ball was clearly meant for the kid, and it should have still gone to him. He should have gotten two balls, both of them game used. None of them signed by Javi Baez. The Cubs played a role in this because them tweeting out this picture of, hey, everything's A-OK, kind of
throws that guy under the bus.
Yep. Hold on a minute. Bartmanized the guy behind him.
Exactly.
And so let this be a lesson. Because back in the day, by the way, this is now the second segment in a row in which I'm dating myself.
That's okay, Rich.
That would have been on SportsCenter. I would have done the highlight of that. Dan, Keith was on again last night.
Yep.
would have done the highlight of it.
Yeah, like, look at that guy in the
Linda,
front
Elsie,
row.
all of us would have been, and that would have made it on SportsCenter. We might have, by that time, gotten the backstory of it or gotten it wrong. Gotten it wrong because we didn't know the backstory because we wouldn't have had Twitter to tell us a backstory or Reddit or whatever to tell us a backstory to hold our horses. But, folks, I wouldn't have been walking around in the afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon seeing it in the palm of my hand. We are so damn quick. And I am going to raise my hand and tell my follically challenged compadre, my bad, I apologize. And I will, from now on, refrain from doing this sort of stuff. I have to. Certainly the journalism degree that I got from Northwestern, this should be taught in schools. This is an important lesson. We need to hold some horses in this day and age where things can go viral so quick. You know, I feel for this guy that there are still some people that haven't seen let's put it this way. Not everybody who retweeted the video of him not giving the ball to the kid retweeted the corrections, which is what I did. So I'm going to put myself in the back row and tell me that I sucked yesterday. I feel bad. I really do. And I guess the message is to everybody out there at a baseball game, give every damn ball to a kid.
Well, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I know you're like, the kid should have caught it. Come on, man. Come on.
Kid should have caught it. He has a glove. Why are you bringing a glove to a game? He's there to catch balls.
A little child.
Well, he couldn't catch it because he already had a ball in the glove that the guy had given him.
I mean, imagine that. At the time that I was retweeting this and saying this guy sucks, that the kid already had a ball that the guy behind him helped get.
Fake
now,
news.
Here's another thing too. That I'm saying this right now. I'm hoping that these guys this fella that I'm quoting, that Deadspin put out there, everybody else, that this guy's not messing around anymore.
This is why we can't do anything fun anymore. It's like people just want to ruin it. Just for the sake of ganging up and piling on. It stinks.
It's definitely a lesson. It's definitely a lesson. And everybody should just, I guess, take a beat. Certainly, since you can hit with one button. I see it in my hand, and I'm putting it in the hands of...
but you're saying...
Despite the Twitter purge.
But a 5 second...
40,000 fewer people.
A 5 second clip can ruin someone's life when it's the complete opposite of what actually happened. This is not the way life should be going right now. 2018, there's a lot of bad stuff already happening. Why do we got to like ruin people's lives who go to baseball games?
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
And that was because the Knicks drafted Porzingis.
Which it turned out just fine.
Yeah, we are in a knee-jerk world,
it's sad times, man. It really stinks.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.